Anybody here going live for the first time in a long time? What is up? Hello. Let's see how this works. All right. So what's up, everybody? It has been a long time since I've been live. Anybody want to talk about anything particular? World Cup today, LA stuff. I'm not terribly used to going live. I've only gone live like 3 times, I think. So let's see. Anybody have any questions or anything? Farmers Market, thank you. One of my favorite places in LA. I thought it was all touristy, but it's legit, man. That history is deep. We're talking like 88 years. Really thought that was cool, the 7 oldest vendors. So if you haven't checked that one out, that was a really fun post. I love places like that. I saw the West Covina shout out, or maybe that was Covina, but either way, what is up? You know how to win, like Argentina today. I got to tell you, my dad's best friend growing up, when I was growing up, his best friend was from Argentina. So I have to admit that was my team today, and my son's team. And we both shed a few tears after that, especially with Messi being the hero. It's kind of cool. But I appreciate the love. Everybody, thank you. It's been a good year. This is my first year ever on TikTok, and it was a lot of fun. I appreciate everybody, the followers, the comments, the likes. I mean, it was cool. You guys love LA. I love LA, and it's seriously something that, I have a passion for. And I really wish I could do more. I'd love to put out more videos. I'd love to put out more content. I know I kind of put out a lot. People are like, oh my God, you put out a lot. But there's so much to cover. There's so many amazing things in this city. And those suggestions. Whittier, Josiah Alcantara, listen. Whittier is one place that I got to do in 2023. I'm getting out there. That's important. It's got good history. We got a president, United States president that came from Whittier. Some great food in Whittier. If I'm not mistaken, there's like a dope Fideo place. It's the only like Fideo restaurant I know of. Nice culture. So Whittier's cool. College out there. Boyle Heights. Man, so my 2 communities of the year, if you will, for LA in a minute, meaning that I didn't know that much about until I went and did an episode. Boyle Heights, San Pedro. Always heard Boyle Heights. When I was growing up, my dad always took me to El Tepeyac. Well, actually, let me rephrase that. We would pick up the El Tepeyac, the Manuel's burrito, the 5-pound, and bring it home. But that was basically all I knew about Boyle Heights. And I'd heard so many stories, or you hear about it, but didn't really know what it was. So either way, going there, learning that history, that it was a black community, one of the first black communities in Los Angeles. It was a Japanese community. It was a Jewish community. And obviously now it's a Latino community. So much history, so much culture there. To me, that's like this part of LA that's really like a heartbeat. And if you want to learn about LA, just walk around Boyle Heights. We were in Mariachi Plaza. My kid got a Lego down there. I mean, it was fun, man. It was fun. I do not know who William Zabka is, by the way. And San Pedro, I saw Global Citizen, Monica. I've seen you before, by the way. But San Pedro. I say San Pedro. People say San Pedro. I know that's how locals go. But, dude, that was fun. I had been down, believe it or not, I'd been down to San Pedro on a date when I was like 16. And that was all I knew about it. I'm from the Valley, so that's like a trek, right? Especially by LA standards. So I was in San Pedro for this video just to do the fish market, which, by the way, is an awesome experience if you haven't went. By the way, Signal Hill represent. But San Pedro itself is so dynamic. There's the sunken city out there. There's like a lot of, obviously culture keeps coming up because that's every community in LA. But San Pedro has this like weird, unique like history. It feels like not a deep history, but just you could tell there's soul there. And I was surprised. I didn't know what to expect. I know that St. Vincent's Bridge is awesome. The port is amazing, overwhelming, crazy. But San Pedro itself, super interesting. A lot to do there. Really cool community. San Pedro Brewery, somebody else has told me about that too. West Covina, La Puente. So listen. So for 2023, the areas I want to cover, number 1, I've criminally undercovered the 626. There's so much in San Gabriel, not to mention that's where the first mission, really LA County's founding was. But everything over there, Rosemead, Santa Anita, the racetrack, there's just a ton of stuff that I got to get out there and cover. But alternately, I want to get down in that like Bellflower, Hawaiian Gardens, Bell Gardens area. That is something that, again, I knew little about. City of Commerce, all those areas where it's like I heard it described as LA's Rust Belt. And to me, that's like so intriguing. And I know there's so much heart and soul down there. My wife has a cousin in Downey, which is adjacent. I know it's not the same. But again, just one of those things where you're like, LA, whenever I have people come in town to Los Angeles, and they're like, where should we go? Disneyland, Venice, Santa Monica, Hollywood. I'm like, no, the best way to see LA is to drive. It doesn't matter where, doesn't matter what direction, because wherever you're going to get off, you're going to have fun and discover community and food and just great people. And really, like, Los Angeles has so many heartbeats, so many areas that are so important to LA that are overlooked and the stories never get told. By the way, I saw a comment up there about Ventura and Los Angeles County. This is funny. I'm trying to do a tie-in with the counties, and I'm trying to figure out how to get my arms around it, right? LA County's massive, but LA County used to incorporate parts of Ventura, Kern County, all of Orange County. I think it's kind of incredible / funny that Orange County used to be part of Los Angeles, because there's such this, I don't even want to call it a rivalry, but the Orange Curtain, Orange County, LA, but we were all one and the same. So going back to Ventura County, look, I always say truthfully that Southern California is really Los Angeles, even out to Vegas. Like, growing up, Vegas was my backyard. My dad was a boxing manager, so we'd go to Vegas like every month. And it always felt to me that Vegas was kind of like an outpost to Los Angeles. I mean, maybe it is, maybe it's not. But yes, go from Ventura. San Diego doesn't love that so much, but I'm even talking down to TJ because that's all like, it comes from LA, in my opinion. Again, I'm Los Angeles centric, but still. This Edward 68, I'm too young to appreciate the real LA and what it represented. That's fair. I'll have that conversation. I'm trying to learn. I mean, you guys know me. You've seen, I try to explore. That's my goal. I want to explore all of LA, learn about LA. By the way, Vegas has nothing to do with LA. That's incorrect, because when Vegas was founded, Vegas, much like Los Angeles, a desert city, was founded out of nothing. Again, like Los Angeles. And the mob that came east was actually situated in Los Angeles first. Bugsy, all those guys, the founding of Las Vegas, from the desert in to the Sahara to all those places. A lot of those people came from LA. Now, originally back east, of course, that's the mob, that's the mafia. But without LA, Vegas doesn't exist. But look, I'm going on a tangent. That's a whole nother topic. Easy gets it. Anything under Monterey County, SoCal. That's fair. I love that. That's the fun part, like that. Ignore the haters, man. I gotta tell you, I've been doing a lot of thinking about this. Look, there are negative comments. I'm somebody who's sensitive. I'll just call it like it is. A lot of times I see that stuff and it hurts, because I know, look, I'm not trying to play favorites. I'm definitely not trying to put anybody down. You guys see all my episodes. Everything's positive. I want to shine a positive light on this city in every regard, and just open it up and be like, check this out, check this out. So, I mean, it's tough when you hear some negative stuff, but I know that's the rule of thumb. Ignore it and move forward. So either way, Seal Beach, that's another one. My wife has a client in Seal Beach, so I'm just starting to learn about that. Palm Springs. All right, what do you guys think of this? Because I've always kind of thought, I did a San Diego episode before. What if I were to do like Palm Springs, Ventura, anywhere just outside of LA? Like today, check this out. I'm going to Santa Barbara. Thank you, by the way. Feliz Navidad. Happy Hanukkah to everybody. Kwanzaa, Festivus. But I'm going to San Bernardino today, and I'm almost like, oh my God, can I really cover something in San Bernardino? Yes, I will, because what I'm covering, I'll just tell you guys. So I know everybody knows Taco Bell. What's up, Jason? Everybody knows Taco Bell and their origins. The first Taco Bell's in Downey, okay? Los Angeles, what's up? But Taco Bell, and this isn't that crazy of a story. I feel like the McDonald's thing that I uncovered was really crazy, but the Taco Bell one is something I'm excited to tell, because there used to be Bell's Burgers in San Bernardino, and it was owned by Glenn Bell. That's why it's called Taco Bell. By the way, there's this guy, Zach D. Films, one of my favorite people to follow. He just did one on how the Taco Bell has nothing to do with the bell. That's correct. It's because it's Glenn Bell. But the reason why I'm going out to San Bernardino, well, first of all, my wife's parents live there. But the story I'm going to do, the real origin. So Glenn Bell owned this place called Bell's Burgers. It was right off Route 66 in San Diego. Across the street, he used to always see this place with a line around the corner. Mitla Cafe. And now, much like many places, San Bernardino was segregated. Just so happened on one side of Route 66 was the white people. The other side of Route 66 was the Latino people, right? And his Bell's Burgers was on the white side. Across the street was Mitla Cafe on the Latino side. He always saw that line. So one day he goes over there. He's like, I got to figure out, what are they serving? How do they have this line around the corner all the time? Turns out that Mitla Cafe was serving these tacos dorados, hard shell tacos for 10 cents a piece, right? And this is in the 1950s. I forget the year. I'll do the real homework in the episode, of course. But they're selling these tacos dorados for 10 cents each. And then boom, the light bulb goes off. He's already got ground beef. And by the way, this is funny. This isn't going in the story. But Bell's Burgers, the guy, Taco Bell guy, his burgers were loose ground beef. It wasn't like a hamburger on buns. It was like a scoop of ground beef, which is kind of interesting to eat like a burger like that, almost like a sloppy Joe minus the sloppy. Anyway, so he sees Mitla Cafe doing these tacos dorados, and he's like, boom, light bulb, I'm gonna make tacos. Shuts down Bell's Burgers, actually opened a place called Taco Tia, and I want to say Taco Maria also in the meantime before he opened Taco Bell. So I'm gonna be out in San Bernardino today doing that one. Sloppy Joe, one of my favorite sandwiches. Perfect weather this week. Oh man, everybody follow my man Jason. He's the weather daddy on here. I'm something of an armchair meteorologist. I love just looking at the weather, learning about weather. But I'm going to be up in Big Bear after Christmas, and I always want the snow. There's supposedly no snow this year, which is a little disappointing, but it means a beautiful blue LA Christmas, which is hilarious. And I'll tell you this. Thank you, Big Will. I appreciate the beer, man. I'll tell you this. My dad, whenever I was growing up, and it would be New Year's Eve, he'd be wearing shorts. Every year he'd wear shorts, and he'd have a bottle of cheap champagne, and he'd smoking a cigar, a joint, or whatever. And he'd say, you know, while the rest of the country is freezing their ass off, we're so lucky to be out here in LA and be able to wear shorts on New Year's. So I know that that's like, the weather. But, dude, it's special. And I know it's cliche. It is. But that's why we love the weather. And according to my man Jason, Weather Daddy, we're going to be having some perfect weather for Christmas. So enjoy it. I mean, look, it's a beautiful freaking day today. Come on. Why are you guys sitting there watching me on live? You should be outside enjoying this city. No, I do appreciate by the way, mad appreciate everybody. I genuinely do. It's a lot of fun. The city's great. And you guys keep inspiring me. Every day I want to go out and just do another episode. Always send a DM, send a message. I try to get to all of them. Selly, when you're heading to LA, go anywhere. People ask what they should do. Do everything. Make sure you have In-N-Out, Fat Burger, all that. Tommy's. Oh, dude, Tommy. What's your guys' favorite LA burger, by the way? Because I had Tommy's the other day, and I was like, damn, dude, this... I can't say it's better than In-N-Out, but that experience might be more enjoyable than In-N-Out a few times a year. I loved it. What's the Weber's Bread Factory, by the way? Ernesto Lopez. I don't know what that is. That sounds really interesting. Black Dahlia. I kind of included Black Dahlia in a Halloween episode. Art Man underground parties. I used to go to these underground parties called We Own the Night. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that. It was like they were like very secretive, but I used to go to those underground parties. That shit was fun. That would be a really fun episode. Swingers is dope. Tommy's over In-N-Out. There it is, Maureen. Yes. Ernesto, I'm going to write down Weber's Bread. That sounds really interesting. And that's the kind of stuff that I love, like finding out, because there's so many, good places and like that are dope, that have a long history that I never heard of. Someone just asked me if I'm for Karen Bass. There's a great answer to that. If you guys saw, I did Bass and Caruso, sat down 1-1. I tried to cut it down the middle because that's how I feel. This is what I want. And am I for Karen Bass? I am now, because she's our mayor. And I want our mayor to do a good job regardless of party, because I'm not somebody that's like, oh, Democrat, Republican, whatever. No, I want what's best for everybody, because if everybody's happy, all of our lives are better. So, I mean, that's the way that I look at it. Like, politics gets in the way. Politics is politics, and it's dirty and it's ugly, but I just feel like everybody wants what's best for themselves and their family, and like we have different ways of going about doing it, but I don't feel like many people have ill will towards other people no matter what type of shit they talk online. Tams, man, I have not talked about Tams except for in my Tommy's episodes. And in my Tommy's episodes, people were like, Tams, don't talk shit about Tams. Tams is good. Dude, run for mayor. You guys are laughing. Look, one day would that be a dream? Maybe. I care so damn much, and you guys see it, you know it, because my whole life, this is what I've been about, is LA, growing up here, born here, raised here, seeing it. And I've traveled, I've been other places, but whenever I come back, whether it's Burbank or LAX, I'm like, oh, I love this place so damn much. And I think all you guys too. And that's why, LA in a Minute has had some traction this year. So I thank you guys. Father's office, funny story, Flip. Father's office, I used to go in college when I was at UCLA. And we used to drink there and we used to party there. This is not a joke. Probably was 3 years into me going to Father's office that I realized that like their burgers were what they were known for, because every time I went there, we were just going to drink, and I was like, oh my God, I'm such an idiot, because their burgers are legendary. That's a great LA place. SoCal Burgers. Heard about that. Never tried it. I need to. Charlotte, North Carolina. I have some great friends in Charlotte. Shout out to my man, John, Anna, Grady and Hayes, Charlotte's dope. San Antonio. I was just talking about San Antonio because it feels like an underrated city, and it's somewhere I want to check it out. Oscar Bassett. I got to write that down. Thank you. I'll look that up. But guys, I just want to say I appreciate you. I'm going to try to go live more often in the future. Right now, I'm getting over to San Bernardino to go see my wife's parents, but also do that Taco Bell Origins episode. So be on the lookout for that. Taco Bell's real origin story, Meat La Cafe. Pretty awesome. William Workman, dope. Keep sending messages. I don't get to the comments like I used to. I don't know if you guys are on Instagram as well. I do answer every DM on Instagram. I answer them all on TikTok too, but TikTok's weird. It doesn't even let people DM me unless I'm following them. If you want to reach out, I'm on Instagram, but I will also always get back to you. Mike, what's up? Azusa, Covina. I appreciate you guys. Thank you, Sally. The video's on food. I'm going to try to keep it going. Follow LA in a Minute. It's been an awesome year. Big things ahead in 2023. I'm going to try to go live again this week too, for a longer session from my office where I'm kind of have less distractions. But thank you guys. Literally love the support. I appreciate this, and keep watching LA in a Minute. Thanks, guys. Have a great Sunday. It is beautiful. We love LA.